All right, guys, I'm going to take you guys through your notes here for day 3. Remember, yesterday we talked about kind of making some of these dot plots, taking a look at the frequencies. We talked about the spread, the center. Today we're really going to be focused on creating histograms, which are kind of like these, they look like bar charts here. But here's a histogram of minimum wages in the Western United States. What's different about histograms compared to dot plots is dot plots are for specific values. Histograms are a little less exact. So, for example, right up here would represent $9, the number of states that have a minimum wage between $6 and $8. So you might have some states would have $7 in here. Some might be $7.50. But regardless, those values all fall between $6 and $8. There would be a total of 9 states that fall within that range. So they're bar charts, but they cover multiple values. You'll notice from 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 10 to 12, and then the values that fit between 12 and 14. So that's what makes it different than some of the the dot plots that we were looking at the other day. So when it says, how many states have a minimum wage of less than $10? If I think about everything to the right here, that would be greater than $10. Here's everything less than $10. These two bars here. So when I think about what's less than $10, there's a total of 9 states in this chart. There are a total of 6 states in the small one for a total of 15 states that have a minimum wage less than $10. Now, Michigan has a minimum wage of $9.65. Which bin would it go into? Put a star on that rectangle. So let me erase kind of the drawings that I had here. But Michigan has a minimum wage of $9.65. Well, that's less than $10. That's greater than $8. That would fit inside that chart there. Adriana says that this histogram represents the minimum wage of 4 different states. What advice would you give to her to better understand the histogram? Well, the number of states is measured there on our vertical axis. This represents the minimum hourly wage. So with 4 different charts, I would say, well, Adriana, there are 4 different sections, or you could say ranges or intervals. There are 4 different categories for hourly wages. So there's 4 different categories. There's 4 different intervals, sections, whatever you want to call it. We're not talking about 4 states. We're talking about 4 different sections of hourly wages. That would be the advice that I would give to her. She needs to make sure that if she's thinking about talking about states, the total number of states, she would need to add up the heights, I guess, if you want to call it, of each different box, and that would tell her the number of states.